The starship Valor drifted in steady orbit above the quiet blue world of Luma, a world known across the frontier for its strange harmony. The planet glowed with shimmering forests, gentle crystal tides, and a silver sky that shimmered softly even during the night cycle. Many traveling scholars crossed its expanse to study its natural energy fields, and many traders crossed it seeking ore that sang when exposed to wind. Humans had only recently arrived here, but the mission had already changed everything. Among the crew was a young officer named Leon, simple in name and simple in appearance compared with the regal beings of this world. He had been assigned as a cultural liaison after helping rescue a local envoy during a shuttle malfunction. That envoy was Princess Lyra, daughter of the Lumian sovereign. Since the accident, she had insisted that Leon remain near her as an honored companion. Everyone on the Valor recognized her authority, and Leon was too respectful to refuse. Lyra was a being of gentle radiance. Her skin shimmered like glass touched by dawn. Her eyes reflected shifting bands of pale color, and her movements flowed like drifting currents of warm air. To humans she appeared delicate, yet her species carried a natural strength born of the planet's luminous energy. She never raised her voice. She treated every technician and officer with equal respect. Yet there was always something wistful in her tone when she spoke to Leon. Leon admired her kindness and her selfless dedication to her people. Still, he maintained a careful distance. The Lumian court had strict customs, and he did not want to offend through ignorance or impropriety. He also knew that human and Lumian bodies differed in many ways. What counted as a respectful gesture for one might be overfamiliar to the other. He did not want his actions to be misunderstood. The princess often invited Leon for walks through the silver gardens constructed in one of the landing bays. She liked to listen to him describe human stories. She asked endless questions about space travel and the maps of distant colonies. She listened with a quiet smile, though at times her expression held a fragile heaviness that Leon struggled to understand. One day, she walked beside him along a path lined with glowing vines. The lights from the vines shifted in soft waves across the ground. Her expression was thoughtful, and she glanced often at his hands as they walked. Finally, she paused and faced him. Her voice emerged like a gentle breeze. "Leon, may I ask a question of the human heart?" Leon nodded. "Of course." A wisp of silver drifted from her hair as she lowered her gaze. "Why don't you hold me, human?" Leon froze. He opened his mouth, then closed it again. He tried to steady his tone. "Princess, I do not understand your customs well enough. I would never wish to disrespect you." She looked hurt, though only faintly. "You think it disrespectful to offer a gesture of closeness. Yet I have watched humans. You hold each other often. You grasp hands when comfort is needed. You embrace when fear rises. You support one another openly. I see it among your crew. I see how humans share warmth easily. You never share that warmth with me." Her voice trembled slightly. Leon felt a tightness in his chest. "I care about your comfort," he said. "I do not want to cross a line I cannot see." "You think me fragile," she said. "You think I will shatter." Leon hesitated. "Your people do seem delicate compared with humans." She lifted her hand. A shimmer of light sparked across her fingers. For a heartbeat, the air rippled. The vines bent back, forced by a controlled pulse of energy. She lowered her hand calmly. "Our form is gentle," she said, "but not weak." Leon nodded slowly. "I know that. But your culture is refined. Humans can come across as too forward." Her expression softened. "Then allow me to tell you plainly. In Lumian tradition, we choose who may stand close to our light. When I ask something of you, it is not a command. It is a truth from my heart." Leon felt his thoughts tangle. He respected her deeply. He valued her company. He did not want her to feel unwanted. But the fear of misstep held him silent until she spoke again. "I have watched you face danger without hesitation," she said. "I have watched you step between others and the unknown. I have watched you speak with a calm voice, even when your heart carried worry. Humans are often restless, yet you carry steadiness. It draws me like a tide. When I stand near you, my light feels calm." Her hand hovered near his. Not touching, waiting. "Leon," she whispered, "I asked because I wish to know why my presence seems unworthy of your touch." Leon exhaled, slow and steady. "It's not unworthy. Never that. I just feared misunderstanding." She raised her head. Her eyes shimmered with pale blue. "Then let me remove that fear. I wanted to feel the closeness humans share. I wanted to know if your heart saw me as more than a mission." He stepped closer. He did not take her hand yet. "Princess, I do care. You matter to me. I was only trying to show respect by keeping a distance." Her voice turned soft. Respect without warmth can feel like rejection. Leon's resolve shifted. He reached out gently. His hand brushed against hers. Her skin was warm and smooth, and a soft glow rose where they touched. Lyra inhaled with a light gasp that sounded like surprise mixed with joy. Her fingers curled around his slowly, as though savoring the moment. "Your touch is gentle," she murmured. "I feared it might overwhelm, but it feels right." Leon felt the glow resonate through his palm. The vines along the path brightened as though responding to her happiness. She stepped closer until they stood side by side again. "Thank you," she said. "I never wished to force your hand. I only wished to understand why you stood so far." Leon held her hand loosely, careful but sincere. "I stand with you." "Not far." They continued walking, their joined hands swinging slightly. It felt natural. It felt peaceful. Lyra seemed lighter than before, her steps almost buoyant. Her glowing hair drifted around her like soft wind dot. After a time she spoke again. "Humans are known for boldness beyond logic, yet you hold back from emotional expression. Why is that?" Leon thought before answering. "Because boldness in battle is simple. Emotions are complicated. People can misread intentions. And I didn't want to risk hurting you." She tilted her head. "And now I trust that you would tell me if I crossed a boundary." She smiled, warm and radiant. "Yes, and you would respect it." He nodded. Lyra's single quote's voice turned thoughtful. "On my world, we share light with those we trust. When two stand close enough, their energy fields align for a moment. Perhaps humans cannot sense this alignment, but I can. When you touched my hand, your presence felt like a steady flame." Leon looked at her with new understanding. "Then I'm honored." They reached the far edge of the garden, where the dome opened to show stars. The view revealed Luma below, glowing with soft silver mists. The princess stepped toward the railing, still holding his hand. She looked out over her world with a calm expression. "My people will need your help soon," she said. "There is a storm in our energy fields, a disturbance spreading from the far continent. It threatens our harmony. Our strength alone cannot stop it. Your fleet has the technology we lack. Yet your captains doubt that our crisis is as serious as we claim." Leon frowned. "If they don't understand the danger, I can help explain. That is why I asked you to remain with me," she said. "You understand that our harmony is not weakness. You understand that danger arrives quietly sometimes." Leon squeezed her hand lightly. "Tell me everything. I'll help however I can." She turned to him fully, her voice steady. "I trust you, and my trust is not given lightly." When she stepped closer, her forehead touched his lightly. It was a gesture he did not recognize, but it felt intimate and meaningful. A soft glow spread between them. She pulled back after a moment, her expression peaceful. "That is a greeting reserved for one we cherish," she said. Leon felt warmth rise in his chest. "Princess, I hope I can live up to that." "You already have," she replied. They left the garden together and moved through the ship's corridors. Crew members paused in surprise at the sight of their linked hands, but Lyra carried herself with calm authority. She walked with purpose, her glow gentle but firm. Leon matched her pace, ready to speak on her behalf in the coming discussion. When they reached the strategic chamber, the officers stood at attention. The captain began to voice his concerns, but Lyra raised a hand. "I speak today with clarity," she said. "And I speak with witness." She gestured to Leon. "He has touched my light. He has seen my truth. He knows that what approaches our world is not a minor disturbance." Leon explained what he had learned from her. He described the energy storms and the danger to the Lumian biosphere. The officers listened, watching the princess's calm presence. Her trust in Leon influenced their judgment more than any report could have. At the end of the meeting, the captain agreed to deploy assistance. As they left the chamber, Lyra let out a breath of relief. "Your people listen to you," she said. "They listen to you," Leon corrected. She shook her head gently. "They listened because you bridged our two lights." They walked back toward the gardens. Lyra leaned slightly against his shoulder, letting her glow rest beside him. "Human," she said softly. "When I asked why you did not hold me, it was because I feared being alone in this vast sky. Now I know I am not." Leon looked down at her. "You're not alone. Not now. Not ever if I can help it." Her smile returned, bright and warm. "Then let us face the coming storm together." Their hands remained linked as they stepped back into the silver glow of the garden. The vine,